Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome to my sessions on proactive wellness. I was developing a ecological system for people to really understand what I mean by proactive wellness, how to embark on that, and how to maintain their wellness in the long run. That's the aim, right? So, I've been talking to you about don't sleep on your wellness, don't take it for granted. Spend time, be sensitive to the messages that you get from your body and mind, and understand what are the health problems that are going on, especially civilizational problems, the problems stemming from our lifestyles. Either it could be diet, or it could be sedentary activity, it could be something like an information overload, it could be emotional disturbances, or it could be much deeper than what you have anticipated, right? So, this is what I was focusing on. I do treat people who come to me with problems. That's fine, that's given, that's taken. But not only just treat the symptoms, but also how can we encourage them to be well in the long run by being preventive, by being proactive about their wellness measures, right? Now, this is a vast spectrum of things. People can be, if they have fallen down and they broke a bone. Obviously, we are not going to wait for that. We're going to take him to the hospital, get it fixed. Like that, if somebody has heart attack, we will do that. But our aim is, suppose osteoporosis is there and people are breaking their hips because of that, then attend to the osteoporosis and make sure that is corrected, right? But most of the people, they don't attend to osteoporosis at the beginning, no, not understanding. At this age, we can understand lot of illnesses, lot of causes for that, lot of preventive measures, and really being proactive about our health and wellness. This has to be given the most needed importance, but people kind of take it for granted they're going to be healthy like that forever. They may have inherited good genes and good health and all that, but they're not really maintaining it. They're not paying attention to it. That's what's happening with a lot of people, right? So that's why I said, why don't you pay attention to this thing? So this is going to be, for me, very important presentation because I want people to be familiar with the ecology system that I'm building about the proactive wellness. It's not just some preventive illness talk. This is about really taking advantage of our scientific breakthroughs and our way of diagnosing and using the lot of equipment, lot of new technology to go into the genome, to go into the cellular mechanisms and do that. So we have that knowledge, we have all that there, but we are not really employing that in a proactive way. Okay, suppose somebody has a particular illness in the family, you could get checked and you could get it fixed very early if at all possible. Most of the illnesses are preventable, not only preventable, erasable, also completely taken off from our bodies and minds, right? So, but there are so many problems between the body, between the energy, mind, and your how you have the insights about your own family history and all that, and also how about your inner spirit and self, which I talk about all the time. So this is a PAW ecology kind of talk that I want a layered entry for customized wellness. What you want to do in your life, what you are doing right now, what are the better ways there are, that kind of is an ongoing education and ongoing empowering ourselves with not only modern tools but also ancient wisdom. You know, I'm very much favorite of ancient wisdom. I'm very reverent to those uh, sages, monks that have gone into very detailed orientation of wellness, and they have really found a lot of areas that are very accessible to us, and we can improve ourselves on that. Okay, that is there. That's always there. But do we really take advantage of that or not? That's the key thing, right? So this is about a ecosystem that is holistic, a holistic wellness ecosystem. What does it do? It integrates the body, energy, mind, insight, and self through pathways that are personalized and eventually achieving the profound transformation within your health and wellness. Probably this is very important for some people. If they take it in the right spirit and participate and transform themselves, they can save a lot of money, a lot of energy, a lot of suffering down the line. Okay, that way you will save thousands of dollars probably, and also you could live a life that is full of vigor, full of life vitality, and enjoy your life. Enjoy your, suppose you have kids and grandchildren, you can stay with them for a long time and help them to lead a healthy life too. So for me, providing this kind of thing is very important, because I just don't want to talk about these things, but I want people to take advantage of that. This way of thinking, this way of awareness, this way of empowerment, so that we are not just living in layers, in piecemeal. We are holistic wellness ecosystem. This I created it. I kind of gave a shape to it from not just like that, from the ancient wellness systems and modern struggle to really overcome disease and illness and aging and old age, right? But many people are not really actively empowering themselves to lead such a life where you have a strong body, you have a very flexible body, you have an energetic body, and you're being free basically, and this is free, but you're living longer that way. And you're living with the joy, not just maintaining yourself on the medications, which is happening with many of our elderly people in United States, nursing homes or rest homes, or after retirement, they don't have much energy, much fitness in the body. All these things we know. Okay, actually, it's terrible to be old in United States, because most of the society is oriented towards the young and energetic and healthy people. But if you have a chronic disease, many of them do, uh, it's not that fun. So many problems are there. We are addressing them, but at a citizen level, at the individual level, what are you doing? This is about that. And also, it could be just an individual or a professional or somebody who is working in a corporation or running a corporation, or it could be at the society level as a whole, like a particular country and all that. And also, how do we take care of our Mother Earth, which is giving us all this life, right? So, this holistic wellness ecosystem is very broad, but you can join where you are. Suppose you don't have a strong body, you can join there. Suppose you don't have an energetic body, you join there. Suppose you have scattered thinking and not able to focus, not able to get your attention to certain things, you join there. Suppose you are all that, but then still want to know what is the meaning? Why do I feel void? Why do I feel useless? Why do I feel really not having any purpose? You can join there. And what's the meaning of the human life? How can we realize who we are? That's the highest thing. But you don't have to be the highest thing to enjoy a body, mind that is integrated, that is energetic, that is joyful. Okay. Either way, if you are suffering from illness, cure that. If you are, if it is possible, or maintain that. And also, if your chronic illness like a diabetes is ongoing, know what are the things that can get towards and reverse that. Maybe you have diabetes some, but it is not going due to complications quickly. Okay, a lot of people sleep on that. They allow the diabetes go into complications, and then they suffer much more. Okay, so this idea is wise up. We already know about this. We already know this happening. We have means to diagnose very quickly. We have ways to monitor your diabetes very quickly, that kind of thing. And also, you can really reverse your diet, your exercise, everything else. That's a simple example, but there are so many other people may have already multiple chronic problems and they are taking a lot of medications for that. Then allow the medications to be cut down a little bit. Maybe reverse the use of medications by improving your lifestyles. That can be possible. If not completely, at least a little bit, okay? So that you can slow down the aging, slow down the damage from the old age, and or having so many medications on board and having interactions of the medications, right? Anyway, it's a practical, commonsensical, and doable, all these things, this lifestyle of being well. Okay, so that's why this is going to be a big topic, but I'm going to do as much as I can. But after a while, if that becomes too much, we'll stop there and we'll come back to that again and again. Okay, this is going to be pursued by me very vigorously because my aim is make this proactive wellness adopted by each individual at some level. It doesn't have to be the whole. It could be just the problem you have or the problem in your family you have. You may be a young person, but you don't have the manifestation of diabetes. Then you have diabetes in your family. Then obviously you take a look at everything that causes diabetes and try to reverse that. So this is going to be my thing is proactive wellness for all citizens. Everybody takes responsibility, self-responsibility for themselves and understand where they can jump in to diagnose their problems quicker and interfere with quicker and also really live a very nice life so that you save on your energy, so on your suffering and money and all that. Okay, so that's the intention. So bear with me. This is going to be a very big topic, so I'm not going to do everything one day, but I'm just introducing you, and probably I'll mention about this every day in my morning routine. Mention it, not to bore you too much, but mention it so that you kind of know this kind of thing is going on. My intention is not only just the patients or individual person, but also the providers, the doctors, the nurses, the PAs, and all that. Also, the systems, healthcare systems. Why are they not really paying attention more like a wellness oriented health system versus reacting to illnesses only and allowing the illnesses to grow in people? Okay. I believe, as a healthcare person, as a doctor who has worked so many years, I believe this has to be done. This is our responsibility to bring this to the notice of people so that they can understand we don't have to sacrifice something that worked for thousands of years ago, like a yoga, like a Tai Chi, like a Chinese medicine, like a Japanese, or whatever, right? And let them know about it, investigate, find the safe way, and then use that. Mix in scientific advances with thousands of years of proven experiential knowledge of the ancient wisdom. That's my style. And I do personally my yoga. I do the self inquiry. I go deep into our inner self, and I'm very happy about it. It gives me the awareness that we are all in one energy. So I'm helping my own human tribe. And that's why it's very easy for me to do this too. But important that we do this. Okay. So we're not bringing anything new really. We are bringing all that was experimented, all that was really proven. Evidence-based protocols we do in the modern EMR. Centuries of experiential knowledge of the monks and the yogis we bring into the life. I live like that. That's why I'm 71 and still I'm doing pretty well. Okay, no medications, but even if they are there, I will take care of my lifestyle and try to adjust it. Okay, so this is a PAW ecology lecture, a holistic wellness ecosystem integrating body, energy, mind, insight, and self. Self is the inner energy, right? That is a spirit, that is a spark of our life, sense of I am. Okay, how? By adopting pathways that are personalized for each individual, with the intention of getting a profound transformation. If you can do that, then I think that's a very good thing for yourself. You're doing yourself a big favor, and also you are kind of not traveling in a romanticized something really uh, systems where you may not be doing them. They are there, but you are not aware of them. For example, how many people know how best to use thought and how not to be used by it, not be overwhelmed by it? Then you will have enormous energy like I do. I don't allow the thought go into cycles. I don't allow the thought to dictate to me what has to be done. I want to be aware, awake, alert in this moment. That is the present moment awareness. Spend most of my, like I am trying to give this PAW ecology, proactive wellness ecology system, because I intend to leave a legacy. Like I try to promote wellness with each person, with each professional, corporations, technology, and also planet, right? This is very meaningful to me. How many people will listen? That's not my problem. My problem is how can I present this so that many people touch this? Okay, and we will do that as much as we can, and then let the results be coming on their own, right? So if you are in awareness and you wake up in the morning, don't allow your thoughts to come rushing in and then pursue them and go and live in the mind, in the layer of thoughts. Rather, you use the thought for the process, for the thing that you want to do. Suppose you are teaching something, you use your thought to teach. And after that, learn to get back into your silent mind, stillness of mind, serenity of mind. That is there. But we overcrowd with one stimulation after another. Don't do that. What is important for you, what is purposeful for you, what is meaningful for you, only do that and use the thought for the practicality of that. But after this, then come back to silence. This continuously engaged in thought, that is what I tell most of the people, you are in thought, not in your awareness. That's a fact. That's something pointing out to them so that they will not be trapped by the continuous thoughts. Then you will start like oh, my mind is not paying attention, my mind is not stable, not coming to one particular process, so I have to sit down and meditate and do all these things. But again, engage in the same behavior that kind of takes your mind away from you. Okay? Be in the present, be aware, and then use the thought. But when the thought need is done, don't go on following that in a cyclical manner. Lots of times people follow this unconsciously, right? So that's a simple thing that I pointed out. But ancients had a real idea about this and then did that. So this, once again, for the people who are just joining me, this is the introduction of my proactive wellness ecology system. where layered entry, according to the person's need or what is there for customized wellness. Say ecosystem integrating your body, your energy, your mind, your insight, and yourself, your Atman, through ways that are personalized, pathways that are personalized to achieve profound transformation. You may say this is very altruistic, very noble, or whatever. No, it's a need. It's a need that modern people are not taking advantage of the already achieved scientific breakthroughs. Also, centuries of lived experience by the ancients. They were handed over to us. We are not following them. You go to their kind of grains, which are profoundly organic, and then they have done only part of it. Mostly they have the fruits and vegetables, and that diet is very, very valuable for us. Okay, so that is the intention. And as I said, this is a big topic, but this system itself is big, and I'm already in that because some people come to me asking, I want to do yoga because so that my body will be flexible. I want to do yoga because I have this particular complaint. Fine. And they just want to do only the body and they don't want to listen anything about awareness or being calm mind all the time. And they may be neurotic, they may be going bonkers in their head, but they don't want to do anything about it. But they want physical strength and flexibility and energy. While doing the physical thing, they will have effect on their mind. They'll have effect on their scattered mind. So they can bring it back together. Even the deep breathing does that. It cuts down your rapid thoughts. Thoughts going one after one, that rapidity will be cut down by taking deep breaths. So this is an integrated system, but you can start wherever you are, whatever you wanted to achieve. You can have, but obviously you are not going to have whatever you want right away. You have to understand where you are, what is going on with you, what is the wrong thing that you are doing or not doing, and how can you really uh, change yourself and then bring the transformation painlessly. That can be done. Okay. So I was talking to people about this, and then they were very excited about what I had to say. But as I said, you come to me once in a while in the middle of my talk and want to pick up everything, you will not be able to understand. You got to listen to these presentations with interest, with attention, and also think on these ideas that I was giving you. Okay, so let's define the ecology that we are building, like Apple ecology, all the Apple products we will do like that. You know, PAW ecology, proactive wellness ecology. There are many gates one can enter, but ultimately there is only one sum. Okay, I'll come to that. See, PAW, proactive wellness, I call PAW, right, is a holistic wellness ecosystem integrating actually five interconnected dimensions. Okay, five: body, energy, mind, your higher intellect, and the self, which is your inner self. Okay, this comprehensive framework recognizes the true wellness emerges from addressing the whole human system, addressing the whole human system, not isolated symptoms or single aspects of health. They are not that. You cannot say, I have diabetes, and no, it affects all of you, right? So, layered entry, that means wherever you want to enter, you enter, enables you to have a personalized journey while preserving both the inward coherence and also outward effectiveness, right? Whether you begin with physical strength, breath work, mental clarity, or wise decision making or spiritual inquiry, every entry point connects to the united whole. This framework draws from ancient wisdom tradition, like I said. Today, I'm going to talk about two things. One is Panchakosha, 5 layers, and then Upanishad's awareness, which is compared with a chariot. Okay, so it draws from the ancient tradition and also integrating modern evidence streams. And you can have wearable metrics that gives you feedback, like a watch, like all these things we use. So this marriage of timeless philosophy and contemporary science, this marriage creates a robust, measurable path to transformation. So you can participate and you can measure, you can know how you are progressing. Okay. But this is self responsible. Okay. Nobody is going to invite you to come, and all. You got to take interest. Then things will open up for you. So this is a new paradigm, this PAW, proactive wellness. Wellness as ecology rather than intervention only. Right now, people are doing, they are living whatever they want, and then they get sick and they go for intervention. They are fixed and they come back to the same thing that made them ill to begin with, and then they go back again. No, that's not it. See, individual flourishing naturally extends to community healing in this ecological system. One individual takes it and flourishes with this naturally, that extends to community. Obviously, you take it to the family, you take it to the colleagues and all that, right? Extend to community in terms of healing and also eventually planetary restoration. That's what I showed you all the time. Okay. So as you look at those 5 layers I was talking about, okay, what do you say about the body? That is one layer. All your bones, your muscles, your arteries, and all that, nervous system, and everything. Physically, right? Those are the 5 layers. The the physiology of a human being is really to 5 layers. The first one is the Annamaya Kosha, which is body, right? Physical vitality is important, strength, posture, and structural integrity should be solid and strength and all that. Once you have a physical vitality, you have strength, you have powerful posture, and then you have the structural integrity, then you want to see what is the energy layer in me. That is the pranamaya kosha, which is energy, breath. Do you have autonomic balance? You are not sympathetic tone only, but you have balance with parasympathetic nervous system, and also cardiovascular efficiency and the vital force that is coming through you, breath. That is the energy layer, pranamaya kosha. The third layer is monomaya kosha, where you have the emotional regulation, your stress response, how your ability to pay attention, and also hygiene of your mental activities, mental hygiene, emotional regulation, managing your stress, and also attention and mental hygiene. These are things that you could say. They are layers of wellness. I'm kind of divided to that. And then the fourth layer is Vijnanamaya Kosha. It's like your understanding of life, your wisdom about life. This is like he's the CEO, that insightful layer that takes away all the data and gets the insight out of it. And this is called the Buddhi in Sanskrit, but in here we use a prefrontal cortex. Instead of emotional reaction instantly, we kind of hold them back and consider everything and then react, respond rather. Okay, that is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. And then the last layer is the Anandamaya Kosha, where you are, as a consciousness, you are witnessing everything that's going on in your heart and mind and the body and everything. So that witness conscious inner silence is called Anandamaya Kosha, and it has a joy that is not driven by anything external, and it is essence of you. Okay, actually, this is another layer. All these five layers are around your real self. Okay, you understand. So just remember that five layers. That's good enough. Okay, then as you enter them, you will learn more of them, and then you see where you are in each layer, and don't have to jump to the last layer. You can start with where you are, and then let the layers be peeled off by your own investigation. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get at. This is all just for your understanding. It's not like they're separate. This we are having so many dimensions of ourselves. Okay, so you can join in the entry one is into the body, Annamaya Kosha. So focus areas here are the body layer that emphasizes your strength, your posture, your flexibility, and your sculpted vitality, and also control of the inflammation. This foundation addresses the physical vehicle through which all other wellness dimensions express themselves. A strong, supple body creates the stability necessary for deeper explorations of consciousness and well being. Okay, what are the core practices here? So you can do morning yoga routines like I do, or any other routine that you have. Morning routines tailored to your individual constitution. There are so many. Okay. And then how do you eat your food? Real organic food, promoting first anti-inflammatory nutrition is important in this age and all. And then sleep hygiene. How do you sleep with circadian rhythm optimization helps your body also very much. And then strength training and mobility work for functional longevity. That is the first layer, entry into the body layer, and then going from there. So if you have a grip strength, that's a marker of systemic vitality. And if you have a movement that is range and quality is very good, mobility score is greater than 20%, then you are. Okay. And you have a sleep. So these three things: how tight I can hold my fist, how much I can move, range and quality of movement, and sleep efficiency. So restorative rest quality is very important. If you have a rest that is restorative of your energy, that quality sleep is very important, and most important to revive yourself. Okay. Like I said, this is a big talk, is already half an hour. Anybody has any questions on this? Or to come and ask me anything related to the what is the ecosystem talking about? Is that interesting for you? Peter, Melissa, you see two friends there that are always join me. Anybody else can join too. I don't want to push everything on you right away. It's a big system. But as you understand, as you enter into the system, not like a training program or anything like that. Just you take interest and then you participate in my programs, and then you can determine for yourself where you are, what you are trying to do, where you want to go. Then it will be easy for you. Okay. So I will stop there and then ask you to participate in this now and tell me what do you think about this. Nobody is interested in this. That's usually generally the way in the society is. So, but you are interested in this wellness, then you have questions or you have comments about it. First of all, do you agree that we have been in the reactive system where we are reacting to the illness, but we are doing little prevention and not really any of this proactive wellness I am talking about. That means, or on daily basis, you want to be wellness. You're not just taking for granted everything going okay. No, not really. In your body, so many signs and symptoms that come up, and that's why you seek the medical care. Sometimes that may be too late, right? So, and I can go on all the 5 layers, and also I was going to talk to you about the chariot example and how we can show you that too. Okay? One long talk is not good. These kind of things you want to listen, think about it, come with questions, and then you may be doing better with this system already in place. Then come and tell us. That will be fine too. But majority of the people are doing 1 or 2 layers probably, and they may not have the time, they may not have the inclination to do everything together. Eventually, you will see as you fix the problems that you encounter, as you transform yourself from that point of view, and you will be able to put everything holistically together. Some people may be already doing this, but I'm talking about in general population, in general medical systems, in general communities, corporations. They may have physical health, but they don't have mental health in the sense they are focused and they are really having good concentration, memory, and all that. Okay, there's so much of mental illness going up. There's so much of dementia, Alzheimer's, all those things are going up. There's so many problems health-wise, right? There's chronic diseases, so many chronic diseases. So that's why I'm trying to be responsible as a physician, as a healthcare person, as somebody who cares about holistic health, and inviting you to take responsibility for yourself and assess it. First of all, am I here with that or not? Nobody wants to say anything about this? Peter coming up.
Namaste, Dr. Happy Friday.
Namaste.
So, yeah. So what struck me was when you talk about the physical part of yoga and how we condition our bodies, but it doesn't really treat our minds. I think it does to a degree. Just like a good work takes the stress off and stuff. But what do you do between those hours when you're not doing physical yoga and stretching? And one of the things that you mentioned that really helps me is breathing. It really helps me tremendously. And I learned the habit of doing that, especially when I'm actively listening to some of the ways I serve, and even my coaching clients. I learned that from you, to breathe while I'm listening actively, and I'm better for it, I think, and I serve better.
That's an easy chance and opportunity for us. Like you are talking now, I'm breathing deep.
Yes, yeah.
It's as simple as that, So.
And I think it just really works. And so there's a benefit, obviously, to working out, to going to the gym and burning off some stress. And but really, the whole human gets treated when you really engage in proactive wellness, present moment awareness. So, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress, but I'm aware of it.
See, we are all looking at some layer or other, and also we have to keep on doing that as a proactive activity for us. Then only we will maintain that. Otherwise, we may get better, but then we get sucked into the lifestyles that are around us, and then we lose that. That's why I feel, as a physician, I should empower my patients or my colleagues or my friends, whoever comes into my rhythm, then I want to empower them. It's not about me telling you doing it. It's about in really encouraging you, or really giving you the tools that you can use to empower yourself. But what is needed is how responsible you are for yourself.
Yeah.
That's where the starting point is. Am I really well, or am I really putting some things off? For example, blood pressure in your case, you know, is that
Yes.
really
Yes.
there or
It's a
not?
great point.
Yeah, it's something that you are doing, right? You are taking responsibility for it. You are have the metrics because we have the tools now and all the
Yeah.
technology. That's what I'm saying. I'm an informatician. I use the high technology, but
Right.
they're tools, and also I should be in charge of that, right? Suppose I get a reading 1 week all the blood pressures, I should be reading that. I should be having an insight into where my problem is the problem getting better or not?
Right.
See,
Right. And monitor. Yeah.
yeah,
That's proactive.
yeah, what I
So
am
even
trying to do is you have the ability now with the scientific breakthroughs and also ancient wisdom to learn about yourself a lot more.
right,
That's
more
what
so
I'm.
than any time in history, because you do
Yeah,
have the
exactly.
scientific tools
Exactly.
and modern medicine.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have the advantage of getting into ancient practices, staying here. Do you know most of the ancient wisdom I learned, and I'm learning deeper of them, I learned here in United States.
Really?
Yeah, everybody thinks I learned everything in India. No, I was totally out and out British oriented education and English medium, and I am completely science based.
Interesting. So I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, I have seen people who are real yogis and all that, but then it's interesting, but we don't know the meaning of it. Nobody in the family knew, right? We are all completely westernized family. We are completely English speaking and all that. That's there,
Sure.
but we didn't put the Indians down. That is something I did not do. I kind of saw them. Right. One guy comes after 6 months or so, he's eating, he ate enormous amount of food. I saw him eating. So then I wondered, how could he digest all that food? You see, that that is how I was bowled over by seeing some things, but I don't have any explanation, any understanding of it. Right? For example, they made us go to temple and really do the prayer with gods and saying that, oh, if you pray God, God will look after you. He'll give you good marks and everything in your exams. You'll do very well, and that kind of thing. But then after I came here, I understood what is the divine presence. So it doesn't have to give me anything. All I want is that my strength will be improved, my abilities will be improved, and also give me the strength to face the world. And that kind of thing. So it's what the ancient wisdom was, and what ancient wisdom was trying to tell us. That was all educational to me, even now. Even now I'm in there's an enormous ancient wisdom there. I consider myself a good student of that, you know maybe way in front of so many people, but still I can see the depth that which they came. Cellular mechanisms, cellular metabolism, they are much better improved if you understand the yogic way of looking at pinda. Pinda, this means the fetus like level. They know about the cells, they know about the energies, they know about how that's all manipulated in us, and that they have a much better comprehensive understanding about energy than we have. Like I told you guys, I don't deplete my energy, right? I kind of preserve that energy, and then at the end of the day also, I am full of energy. I can feel it myself. It's not for demonstration or impressing anybody. I feel it myself. You see how energetic I'm talking right now. I'm not tired about it. So, mysteries of energy, cultivation of energy, and really understand the subtle nature of that energy at the thought and emotion level, and not getting wooed by it. So, like you are doing the breathing, which is helping you. Do you know breathing and the impulse of thought both come the same center in the brain? In yoga, they call it Shakti, energy center that initiates the thoughts, initiates the breath impulse also. So when you slow down the breathing, when you are deep breathing, that kind of cuts down on the rapidity of thought. It's as simple as that. And you become better focused, better concentrated because you are having too little thoughts, not too many going one after one. The more you allow that, the more thoughts will be woven to themselves. That's the cyclical thought, we call it. And that takes away a lot of your energy. Make sense? I think Melissa, I was talking to her on this. Hi, Melissa. If you have time, come up and tell me how your progress had been. Because uh, watching the thoughts, she was doing that, observing the thoughts as they come up, standing apart from them, she was able to slow them down. So, how to think is not something I learned from the medicine or from the psychiatrists. The psychiatrists don't know about this at all. They because they operate on that layer of thought. But I'm talking about beyond that. What do I say in the morning routine? The friends who come and do it with me, I say, who things you do? You stretch your body, that's physical, anybody can do, and deep breathe into the stretches, that anybody can do. And you see, you are aware of what is happening here and now, what's happening with my breath, what's happening in my body. That is keeping the mind here and now. You can do that. But if thoughts should arise, what do I say? Observe the thought. Don't indulge in them or don't suppress them, but observe them like the clouds in the sky. You are the sky. They are happening within you. So you are aware of the thoughts. Be aware of them, don't indulge, and let them go away. That is observation. So when you do that, you will not waste your energy. So, I mean, there's a lot more to say for me, but I think that will be too much for you because it has got a lot to uh, get involved with your deeper layers of human being. Unless you are ready for that, there's no point going. I will be talking and I'll be reinforced in my own insights, but you may not absorb all that. Okay? So get over first step. Know where you are. Where am I with my body? Where am I with my mind? Where am I with my heart? Where am I with my energy? Where am I with my spirit? All these things you want to sit down. It's not to judge yourself. It's not to compare yourself to somebody else, but just to face as you are now. And then taking self responsibility to transform it and learning things that you could do to transform yourself. And you may not know about it. Go and talk to your doctor. Ask them the things that are going on with you and discuss with them. Have a holistic plan. And if you have any doubts, you can always DM me. I'll be helping you too. So I'm stopping at this place because there's no point me just saying it and then that goes away. Once I want to whet your appetite and bring you back and give you things slowly so that you can really use these insights and transform your life. Okay? I'm almost 50 minutes into the talk today. I will say another 10 minutes. Um, so that's far. Let's review. What we were saying, I have this proactive wellness movement that I want to be in all health systems, have all the countries, and also each individual with his family and corporations and pros and also technology people and leaders and all that, right? So this is like a movement. It's going to take probably much farther than I am. But this is needed because we are getting sicker. and we're getting chronically sick. We're getting mental illness much more, and the technology is really dominating us. It could be a good tool not to overwhelm us. There's so much of mental illnesses related to proliferation of the technology. And then not able to relate properly with other people and harmonious existence and all that. Okay. People have become clever, but they are not wise about their own health and wellness. That is true. Okay? And people are mentally ill in so many ways, stressed out, burnout, all those things are mental illnesses kind of. You can work, you can enjoy your life without getting this stress and burnout. So you need to have inner resilience within you so that you can face the difficulties in life and come victorious and from that grow. Okay. So my intentions are very plain because illnesses are tremendous in America. One out of every $5 we are spending on the healthcare, and then many people are going to lose insurance. So I was telling my family members also, don't deny, don't no, don't really rely on insurance. If you have insurance and you go to the hospital, you have to spend, that's fine. Otherwise, you should be fine without insurance also. You should be well enough that you don't have to go to the hospital or clinic. That kind of knowledge is available for you guys, anybody. If only they want to learn, if only they want to reach out, people will teach you, will tell you. Okay, but don't just discuss and then don't allow them to happen within your lifestyle. You have to absorb them and you have to practice them. I still have four more entry points I was going to talk about, but we will do that slowly. Okay, but remember, we talked only about the body. We said measure your grip strength. Okay, this is a marker of systemic vitality. How well you can do that. Okay, and also see how mobile you are. How is the range of mobility? How is the quality of movement? Do you have creaky joints or do you move a bit okay? So I did the yogic jogging today, which will help you all the muscles of the movement to strengthen them, the calves, the buttocks, the trunk muscles, the upper pectorals, hand muscles, all these things are important for your mobility, right? How much balance you have, how much movement you have, all that. Get up and move so often during the day. That's the second one. First one was the grip for the vitality. Second one is the quality of movement or the range of movement that you have. And also, how is your sleep efficiency? Do you have rest that is restoring you to your original or not? That quality is important. So we are on the entry one. I will do the next class, maybe entry two, that is the energy layer. But now I will end this at body. I will do this series of lectures so that you understand the whole system and you can communicate with me with questions of your where you found your entry or what kind. So go and listen to this talk again and find out what is this ecosystem is all about. Okay, so basically what I was talking about all along, combination of ancient wisdom plus modern medical breakthroughs and really applying those lifestyle changes into our life and be holistic, preventive, proactive. Then you will be really empowering those wellness measures proactively into your lifestyle. Okay. So anybody else want to come up before I close up? These are serious things that I'm presenting, So if you are also serious and self-responsible, I think these things will make a lot of sense for you and useful for you. Okay. But if you are coming for entertainment just to listen something somebody is saying, this is not the talk for you. This is only for the people who wants to be responsible for their wellness and then learn and apply them. Okay. Then I will be seriously answering their questions too. Thank you. And I will do that another class for the next layer later. Okay. Bye bye.